Hi everyone and welcome back to SunBurst Tarot, where today we are doing April 2024 horoscopes for Aquarius. So without further ado, I really just want to get into what we're reading today. Is going to be looking at the general energy for the month of April. We're going to then look at some potential challenges or lessons within that month, as well as looking at things that are going right for you. So we're going to go over that. We're then going to do some uh, advice cards. We're then going to do some words of encouragement as well as some tea leaf cards, just for some general energy, general other messages that might want to come through. So without further ado, let's get into the reading. Alrighty. So, as a quick reminder, as I'm going to shuffle up these cards, I do have our monthly horoscopes, or not monthly, I should say the yearly horoscopes that go month by month available on my channel per zodiac. So if that interests you at all, I do have the Aquarius general yearly horoscope available. I'm going to have that linked here at the end of this video. And if you want to go look at that, you can, and that has some additional messages for the month of April. If you want to go look at that, you can. If not, that's fine as well. So just wanted to make sure that you know that that's available. All right, so let's go take a look at what's coming up here for your month of April. All right, so my Aquariuses, we have the Lovers reversed as like the general energy for this month. So for some of you, I do feel that there might be some individuals that you have been talking to, or there's like a relationship of some sort. If you're single, maybe this is a relationship with a family member, a coworker. Maybe this is someone that you've met and things were going well. If this is someone who's married, this could be a potential partner. But for a lot of you, I am feeling that this is, it's not for one specific type of person, but very much like it's a relationship of some sort that feels like it's rocky or is not, it's like a split for some people. Others, it's just like a big argument. But it's like, it's a separation, or like separation of a bond, of a loving bond of some way, shape, or form. Or something becomes really strained. So if this is a relationship with work, it could be with a coworker, a partner, a kid, a child, with your boss or a partner, like a family member of the such. It does feel that there is a challenge when it comes to another bond with another person. This even could just be a friend as well, but it's a loving bond. So this one, it stings a little bit potentially, in just because of how close these two individuals are, and this is like you do like this person, and it's now severing a little bit, or really strained. So that's kind of the general energy, or kind of big energy of the month. This also could be like a relationship with yourself too. Yeah. Ooh. And then the challenge here is the World reverse, which is a toxic cycle. So for some of you, if this is an ex, and like then X is coming back, and then it's like the challenge is like, we want you to not get back with this person, because it's like, it feels like this is a cycle that's been repeated over and over and over and over again. Yeah, and this feels like an older type of cycle, like, and for some of you, maybe this is a cycle that you know about, maybe this isn't. I'm not accusing anyone of anything, but it does feel that, for an example, let's take the ex example. So say you're just recently broken up with someone, and then now going into this month, they kind of reach back out to you, and it's like, oh, maybe I should, but it wasn't that healthy of a relationship, but you keep going back, and then it's like, oh, this sucks, I'm gone. And then you leave, and then they call you back, and then it's like, well, maybe we can make it work again. And then you go back, and then it's like, this sucks, and it's like a continuous cycle. So if this is with one person, or this could be with like maybe For some of you, maybe this is a pattern of behavior where it's like you get together with someone, but then like the person that you get together was really similar to your ex, and it's like that wasn't a healthy dynamic. So, but you were still together with this person, and then that turns out to be an unhealthy dynamic, and then like you break up with that person, and then you go to a different person who is similar to your ex, and it's like that was another, and then that turns into another unhealthy dynamic. So it feels like it's cyclical, and that's just with like a partner example. I'm not saying that's with everyone here. I think it's actually pretty diverse for the majority of everyone here. Like for some people, it's a coworker. I think for quite a few of you as well, it's a boss. I'm also picking up for those of you who are maybe seeing someone and you just look into their background of or ask a little bit more questions about their background. Like, have they been previously married? Have they been, I'm not accusing anyone here, but for some of you, I'm picking up there might be like a mistress type of situation, and you might be that mistress, or that you might be that mistress or that side person to to that person that you might be seeing, because like, this is an unhealthy dynamic with someone. If this is a family member, what I would see is it's like putting up with the same cycles of like toxicity or demeaning words or negative things being said about you. So that's what I'm kind of feeling. If it's like with a family member, that's like an example I can give. And this isn't going to be for each and every person. Like each and every person is different, but like these are just a couple of the examples that are coming to my brain. So what's going for you? You're unhappy with this situation, and you know it's like, I want to end this because I am unhappy with it. So it seems like for my Aquariuses, it seems like you're aware of these cycles that you're in. It's like you're unhappy with it. And I'm feeling that you actually will have a pretty good chance of being able to end the cycle this time around. Whether this is with a person, a place, or a thing. It's like, I'm unhappy here. I want to leave. And for those of you who are unhappy, like, please do leave. Like, this isn't, like, what I'm seeing here is a very, very unhealthy, this is 3 major arcana cards for my Aquariuses here. Like, this is a really unhealthy dynamic where you are very unhappy, it feels like. When I mean unhappy, I mean like unhappy. Like you dread getting out of bed each morning, and you drag yourself to wherever you need to be. For those of you who this is a family member that I might be talking about, if you cut them off, I wouldn't be unhappy with that, because that's toxic. This is like so toxic in what is kind of the energy right now. With if this is like a coworker or a boss or a place where you work, like if you go try and find another job where you're happy, like please go do so, because this is an unhealthy work dynamic that you're in, where it's like you keep going in to suffer the, pardon my French, the same, trying not to get demonetized on YouTube. Even I'm not monetized yet, but I'm trying not to, how to say this without getting flagged by YouTube. Oh, I'm getting better at this. You aren't gonna be like, you're in a place where you don't need to be constantly shit on. Well, let's go with that. You don't need to be constantly shit on or used in any way, shape, or form. Like, you don't need to continue with this type of cycle. Like, if you get out, leave. And that's my advice. Get the F out now. This is so unhealthy. Like, and this is pretty big energy, so I do feel that for the majority of you, as soon as I said, like, you kind of knew right away, like, where this toxicity is in your life, because this feels like it's very much the center and focal point right now in your month. Even kind of just leading up to this point, and it feels like you're kind of getting to I don't give a shit button, and it's like, poke. It's like, what did you do? You just pushed the button. Yeah, I pushed your buttons, right? It's like, You broke the button like 5 months ago. Like, what do you want? So that's what I'm kind of feeling here with your vibe and your energy here for the month of April. Okay, so let's take a look at your advice. Oh boy, let's see how many cards pop out. I don't know why. Oh, we only had one this time. We had. Let's see what we got. Armadillo spirit, set healthy boundaries. That's the advice. Set healthy boundaries. You don't need to. People don't need to know all your shit. Essentially, it speaks for itself pretty well. Set healthy boundaries. You don't. If someone asks you something, or so say in the case of a family member, it's you have this family member who's toxic AF. Every time you go over there, they always make a snide comment, a remark. They're always making fun of you. They do this thing, they do that thing, whoever, whatever. And you're like, enough is enough. Please leave my name out of your mouth. We have spoken about this before. What you said has made me uncomfortable, and I would ask you to please stop. If you don't, I will not be coming to future family functions in the future. Thank you very much. And if they can't, and you set your hard boundary, you draw the line in the sand. And then if they cross the line, they've crossed that line. And now you have the consequences for their actions. They don't get to treat you poorly because they feel that they can. No, 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 no. They don't get to treat you like that. Nope. Sayonara. Outie. Bye. No. I know I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling at these other people. So I apologize if it feels intense. I am just very upset for you because these people just they drive me up a wall. The people who don't know how to act well drive me up a wall because it's like, just use common decency. Oh, common decency? Oh, that must have went out of you. I have so many comments that I'm going to make, but I'm going to try and be respectful. So that's what I'm feeling here with the armadillo spirit. It's just set healthy boundaries. If it's in the case of work, it can be along the lines of, hey, and they're like, oh, we need you to do more work. It's like, no, actually, my day is ending in 5 minutes. I am on contract to only work this amount of hours. I am leaving at my designated time. But they're like, we need this this is a deadline. It's like, I haven't gotten a raise in 2 years. I am here every day, past my working hours. I need to go grocery shopping. I need to do this. I need to do that. And you don't pay me enough to care and come early or do this, that, and the other thing. So, goodbye. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow when I clock in at 9. Toodles! Okay. Maybe I'm being a little facetious, but these type of individuals get my blood boiling. And probably you too. So, okay. Now that we have the armadillo spirit, let's look at some words of encouragement here. We have take a breather with last quarter moon in Cancer. How I'm feeling with people getting underneath my skin, I think a lot of this is for you. If you can, when it comes to these types of situations, the words of encouragement here are just take a breather. What they're saying is just trying to get underneath your skin. It feels like, for the sake of getting underneath their skin, they might be having a bad day wherever they are, and projection feels like a pretty big thing here as well, where if this is a person, place, or thing, if they're unhappy, they want other people to be unhappy. If this is a workplace, it's like they've had people are piling on them, so now they need to pile on other people because they don't, essentially it's like they're trying to do their job, they're trying to do it the best that they can, and they got other stuff going on, and when their bosses come down at them, they now need to come down at you, and their filter is probably gone at this point. So, because what they want to say to their boss, they can't. Same thing potentially could be in your situation, which is I would love to say this to you, but I can't for fear of HR. So, so it's like, in the end, like, this isn't that big of a deal. I think you're going to be able to move on from this situation relatively quickly. If you're going to go start looking for a different place to work, or if you're kind of just removing yourself from a situation entirely, or if you're just setting your healthy boundaries, just set them. They don't need, and it's like, if they cross them, then they get consequences for their actions. So that's what I'm feeling there. Let's get you some tea leaf cards. Which pile do I want to pull from? Okay, let's get some tea leaf cards for you. There's some additional messages here for your month. And this is pretty straightforward. It feels like, yeah. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's just see what we got here. Okay, so we have broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. So there's a problem a brewing, or it's already brewed and now the pot is boiling and no one has taken it off the fire because they don't know that they can take it off the fire. So it definitely feels that in this situation, my big advice would be set healthy boundaries and find a way to leave, is my big thing here. But if you are unable to leave just due to external circumstances, setting these healthy boundaries and just not letting people walk over you is going to be like the best, like, is going to, I think, one, to make you feel a lot better, but also it gets others to realize and recognize you have boundaries that they don't get to cross. All right, so then we have, well, family wishes come true. Oh, okay. And then we have rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. I love this. So for those of you who are looking to get out of this toxic cycle situation, I think you're definitely going to be able to get out of it. With the rainbow, it's like, most difficult time is over. You're unhappy, and now it's just time to cut it off, essentially, is what it really, really feels like. It's like the situation, yes, is serious, but it's like when they keep pushing your button and the button's broken, you just, it's like, this is the image in my head, is that like someone's coming up to, in this case it would be me, but like I'm seeing it from like like an Aquarius's perspective, and it's like, and they're like, poke, 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 and like there's no reaction, like poke, 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 and they're like, what are, and then you're like, what are you doing? And it's like, poke. It's like, okay, bye. And like you turn around, you walk away, and then they're just left there trying to poke at nothing. So it's like, what happened? What happened to the button? I want the button. And it's like the button's gone because it went and walked away. And that's what it really feels like here for this pile. Is that like this toxic situation? It's like walking away from it, or like getting away from it. So it's going to take a little bit of time, some research, maybe a little bit of effort, depending on your situation. But it definitely feels like for my Aquariuses, there's, in the month of April, I do see yourself detaching from this toxic cycle. And if just due to external, like, extenuating circumstances, you aren't, I do see that setting in healthy boundaries does mean a heck of a lot, and will do a heck of a lot for your mental state when it comes to this type of this situation that you're in. So, and I know I'm a little bit all over the place when it's like, oh, this is like romance or love or a job or family. It's like, I do feel that for a majority of people, it is a certain individual, but it's pertaining to so many different, there's so many, since it's such a general reading, it's really pertaining to a very wide variety of people. So thank you guys. That's all I'm seeing here for you guys. If you guys liked this video, please hit the like button down below. If you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button. I have new content coming out all the time. Otherwise, I really want to thank you guys so very, very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!